Hey guys, so today I'm creating a tutorial on how to save maps offline using the Google Maps app. You can use, or this works on both iPhone and Android because they both use a very similar Google Maps app. So you're going to want to follow my finger, or the dot where that's where my finger is going to be. So you're going to want to see what I'm clicking on and what I'm doing. So this is actually very useful because what a lot of people don't realize is that while you're off of data or you're in airplane mode or whatever you're doing, your satellite GPS still works. And the good thing about that is that, like, let's say when you're in Tijuana and you don't have data, you're in Europe, you don't have data, or let's say you're in an area like, in the mountains and you don't have data, you can still access your satellite and location and see where you are. Now, that's pretty much useless because without data, you can't load the map. And without a loaded map, it's just going to be just a bunch of pixels. So one thing you can do ahead of time is save the area you're going to or you're looking at offline. Um, Now, when you save a map offline, that's all it is. You can't really search, you can't navigate, you can't do anything. All it is an offline map. Um, but that's still extremely useful. So that's how I found out how to get to Rojo Gomez. That's why I was the only one able to navigate through all across Tijuana. Um, it's because I saved everything on my phone. So what I'm going to do is get to it now. So I'm going to open my Google Maps app, which everybody should have. Let's just get out of here for now. So right now I just entered my Google Maps app. I'm looking at everything. Um, and what I'm going to want to do is go to my settings over here on the side. And this is, like I said, for both Android and iPhone. They might be in different locations on the settings menu, but it's all there. Whether it's at the top, at the bottom, it's all there. So you're going to want to go to Your Places. Um, there it is. Click that. And it might be a little bit different for the iPhone, but it should all be pretty similar. And I'm going to go to the bottom on Android, and it says Offline Maps. So I'm going to save a new offline map. Okay, so you can only save a certain size. So as you can see, it says area too large, zoom in. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to save Tijuana. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, just enough. And this looks pretty good right here. And I'm just gonna click save. Oh, I'm gonna name it Tijuana West. Tijuana West. Okay, save. So right now, as you can see, it's saving. Just let it do that. Okay, so I have Tijuana West saved. Now, it doesn't have all of Tijuana that I want. It only has the west side. So now let's get the east side in here, and we're gonna put it together kind of like a puzzle. So now I'm gonna pan a little bit to the right, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go to the settings. We're gonna go to Your Places. We're gonna go all the way down here. View all. Now we're gonna click View All and Manage, and let's save a new offline map. Okay, save. Now let's call this one Tijuana East. Okay, that's good. And it's saving. So now I pretty much have all of Tijuana saved on my phone, and it's very detailed too. Like, you can zoom in and it's all saved. And like I said, this is very useful because people back in the day, all they had was a paper map. They couldn't even see where they were on that map. They just saw a paper map and guessed where they were, or like had a rough estimate of where they were. With this, as you could have your phone in airplane mode, right? But your GPS will still be updating, so you'll have an updated dot on where you are. So let's go to me. So see this little blue dot? That's where I am right now. When I move, that dot will move with me. Okay, so that's how I navigated to Rojo Gomez. For the very first time when nobody else knew how to get there. So what I did was I starred where I wanted to go, because you can't do this unless you have data. You can't do anything really unless you have data ahead of time. I mean, so I starred all the places I wanted to go on the map right here. These are the houses of the stoves that we built. Okay, and you can see all the little roads. So what I did was I drove from our clinic in Todas las Naciones right here all the way, and I'd follow the roads on the map, and I would see where I was, and I'd follow myself all the way across, and I would kind of just like look at these roads and be like, okay, this looks like a good idea, and I would just turn left up here, and I would follow these roads until I got to the star, which was the houses, which were the houses that we built the stoves. The downside about this is like you don't know if these roads are dirt, you don't know if they're blocked, you don't really know what else is going on with these roads, and I've hit some rough terrain sometimes, but I'll just turn around until I get to the star. And I think it's really convenient. And what you can do ahead of time, in addition to starring the locations, is you could even map a route ahead of time, and it'll give you a blue route. Like let's say I want to click the star, I could actually navigate to this. Let's just say I'm just gonna click buy vehicle or buy car. I could have this blue line mapped out. Oops, that's one step too far. Exactly, this blue line mapped out, okay? And then you can put it in airplane mode, and all you have to do is follow the blue line. So let's say I'm on the 125 south, and I'm going down the 125 south right over here. I'll be like, oh, I need to exit over here. Like, sure, it's not live, sure, the thing's not speaking at me, but come on, we're human beings. We could figure this out, like, yeah. So, yeah, as long as you start the locations ahead of time and you save the locations ahead of time, it's all you need to get around. So let's go to Tijuana Progreso. Tijuana Progreso is over here, and Rojo Gomez is over here, and then Villa Fontana is over here, that star. Yeah, and let me get out of this. Yeah, and if you're wondering how I got the stars initially there to Rojo Gomez, if I didn't have data, was I had the map saved offline, like I said, and the first time we went here with the pastor, I actually screenshotted on my phone exactly where the roads were, where we were on the house. Like the blue dot was right here. I didn't have a star there yet, and I screenshotted this area on the map, and then when I had data, I went back to where that screenshot was on the map, and then I put a star there. So next time I went there, the star was there, I simply had to follow the roads to the star. So, yeah, that's everything you need for creating Google Maps on your phone offline. It's really convenient, whether it's in Tijuana, whether it's in Europe, whether it's in a mountain area, in the United States. Just, it's very, very useful to have. And actually, the really, really cool thing about this is tablets don't have data. If you have an iPad, you have a Nexus 9, you have a Samsung, whatever you have, right? You don't have data on a tablet. What you can do is save everything offline on the tablet, like I just showed you, and then navigate from your tablet. So that's a really, really cool thing you can do if you don't want to use your phone for navigation. So, if you have any questions, let me know. If I wasn't clear enough, let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Last thing I wanted to say actually is rumor has it Google is going to allow you to navigate and search in offline maps, which makes it even easier to use and even better to use. I'm really excited for that. I can't wait where I can just be anywhere in the world and just navigate somewhere. There are apps out there that improve GPS tracking. You really don't need them, but if you want to nerd out with me, we can talk about that. That's really cool. But yeah, that should wrap up the entire video.